Today, let's debunk a myth. It's one that I hear at least once a week, and last week was no different. I was having coffee with a SaaS leader, and we were talking about their growth in 2023. It was a very respectable 53% and 10% profit. Golden ratio, it's like check. Solid year. And over the last 6 months, they've been trying to build a sales team with kind of mixed results. And once again, I heard the myth. I'm just not good at sales. And that's it. There is some perception out there that you need to be born with a silver tongue and nerves of steel to succeed in sales. And that's simply not true. Many of the most impactful entrepreneurs started off doubting their ability to sell. It's not about some innate talent. We're not born with it. It's about the journey, it's about personal growth and a solid strategy. Across the street was the Green Coffee Company sign, and I had to share that story. Most of you know or have heard the story Howard Schultz, the force behind Starbucks. Now, he didn't start that with a bold vision of creating a coffee empire. Initially, he was a salesman for Xerox, and then his clients hired him away, and this happened a few times. Sales related type jobs, and often dealing with rejection. And one of those clients, he's selling coffee machines and was recruited away by this company called Starbucks. I used to think that he actually founded the company, but they had four locations when they brought him in. And in his role, he traveled and developed a passion for the Italian espresso culture and came back and was really excited about it, tested the concept here in the States and did pretty well, but struggled to get any investors. Starbucks was like, yeah, it's going to cost way too much. We're never going to make any money. So he decided to make a go of it himself. And Starbucks and the ownership there put up about a third of the investment that he needed. This stuff was really, really expensive. I was really surprised how expensive the equipment was. And he met with investor after investor to raise the other two thirds. 242 of them. No, 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 no. 217 times no. Lame excuses, weak capital. And despite numerous rejections and obstacles, he transformed a little bitty Seattle coffee shop into an international phenomenon. And they're all over the world now. I can go anywhere, pretty much anywhere in the world, and there's a Starbucks. It's not the best coffee, but it is coffee, and you can find them. It's maybe a little bit predictable, so that's something. But I mean, he's built an amazing organization. But his story isn't about natural born sales talent, but about passion in believing in a vision, perseverance, and the willingness to embrace sales as a path to realize his vision. So, how can you as a founder lead your venture to stellar sales, even if you may feel a little bit unsure of your own sales chops? Well, here's something that has worked for me. Number one is to lead with passion. Let your genuine passion for your product or service shine through. I mean, people connect with stories and sincerity, and your enthusiasm can be much more persuasive than any old sales script. A lot of that old sales nonsense doesn't work anymore anyway. But have conversations. Why do you do what you do? Tell me it's more than just to get rich. I mean, 95% of the founders I know are incredibly passionate about the problem they solve for their customers. And that is why they win. Passion about solving and serving, not just about dollars and exits. And that comes through and that creates sales. Second is to have a plan. Sales may feel a little bit foreign, but it's a skill that can be learned. So invest time in understanding sales strategies, customer psychology, and negotiation. Knowledge is power. And the more you know, the more confident you'll feel when you're out there in the field having those conversations. So, which plan, which methodology, what should I use? And I think it depends. They all work in the right environment to one degree or another. But focus on your customer's buying process first. Don't just say, I'm going to go pick this latest and greatest strategy because it's cool, or I read this book, or somebody else used it and it worked well. But align that to your customer's buying process. So understand their buying process first, and then take your sales strategy and align your strategy to their buying process. Don't just create a sales process and expect prospects to know their lines, because they don't. And number three is surround yourself with a supportive team. While you're honing your sales skills, build a team that complements your strengths and weaknesses. That's good advice no matter what you're building. Strong team can bolster areas where you might not feel as confident. Maybe sales is one of those, but it allows you to learn and grow together. Most importantly, get in community with fellow entrepreneurs, mentors, friends who understand the journey. I mean, the entrepreneurial journey, because it's a crazy, crazy thing. And it's a get around people that are doing the same thing, building other cool things along with you. Share your rejections, listen to theirs. Sometimes just knowing that you're not alone on the journey can reinvigorate your spirit and spark new ideas. Overcoming the fear of sales is not about becoming someone else. It's about evolving into the best version of yourself. It's your own style, not just taking what somebody else does and trying to emulate that, but be you. Let you shine through in that process. Celebrate every win. I mean, even the small wins, every yes, no matter how small, is a testament to your progress. Celebrate those victories. Stack them on top of each other with passion and learning and the right support. You can transform your trepidation into triumph. So here's to turning what once seemed like a weakness into one of your greatest strengths. And this is my friend we were having coffee with. I'll bet you're actually a lot better than you think already.